you very much. I have been all ears all day from 9:30 this morning. It's been an awesome journey throughout the whole day to be part of this august gathering of powerful men and women. Thank you, Mr. Kitty, for organizing this, and I definitely want to be physically with you next time round. My topic is on challenges that women entrepreneurs in micro and small businesses face. I want to acknowledge the fact that the same problem that we have with small number of women in management, in business, and in decision making is the same phenomenon we find with entrepreneurs. We can count on two hands the number of, or one hand at least, very successful female businesses that are going global and competing internationally. A lot of entrepreneurs that we talk about in our region, in the Southern African region, or maybe in Africa at large, are small micro business women. Those women that do projects that are so-called income generating projects. They are not business per se, but they are something to keep them going, keep them alive, put food on the table. So my mission in this paper is to share that the gap that is there between micro businesses and real thriving entrepreneurs as we know them. So, and what can we do about that gap? In my course of work, I have found out that patriarchy plays a very big role in keeping women down, both in business, in leadership, as well as in trying to become entrepreneurs. I found that also formalization of business has got in the way. There are hardly one-stop shops where a woman can go, or even a young person or any person at all can go and register their business and get all the information that they need all at one place and be able to be up and going with all the support. Thirdly, there is lack of decent workspace. A lot of women who trade along the roadside selling tomatoes, selling whatever else that they can put their hands on. There's a big number of gender-based violence, sexual harassment in the process of them trying to formalize their businesses, trying to access business finance, and in trying to secure decent workplaces. There's limited access to information. If there's no one-stop shop, the places to get information are fragmented, and therefore one has to go from one place to another. And this is for women who are in urban areas. What more for those who are in the rural areas where they will have to get on buses, that's finance, to go to one place, and how many trips they will have to make to be able to have all that information together. And lack of and limited capacity to have and to utilize modern technologies, to be able to use WhatsApp, to be able to use all sorts of the marketing tools that are there through social media. A lot of these women do not have that. And the biggest one that I am addressing this evening is the lack of business finance. So when we look at the role that women could play in really bringing more activity and productivity in the economy, is a big one if this group of women could get the attention. In 2000, I found out that when I visited the Bank of India, that they have a model of banking that is really amenable to assisting this group of women entrepreneurs. They have a user-friendly approach where the banker could be an engineer, or even can be a veterinary person, or someone that has qualification in agriculture, they take that same cadre and put them through training that helps them to understand banking and banking for micro businesses. I managed to visit, in southern India in one of my trips, a woman that had one buffalo, got a loan for one buffalo, and then she finished paying that loan, and then they are now giving a second loan to get a second buffalo, where she would be milking and paying her loan. They are doing the same with smallholder farmers on their small acreage of 5 acres, where they were growing all sorts of produce, and the bankers come to the client, and they're able to get tailor-made kind of funding. When I looked at our own banking system, I found that the banking system remained very commercial. It remained very much for the businesses that are already formalized, organized business that should have also collateral like a house and a title deed to be able to get the loans. And all these tend to be unfriendly to women entrepreneurs with nothing. So what I'm advocating here is for the reform of the banking sector to be able to come up with the ideas that are user-friendly to the women entrepreneurs. This group of women also has been able to have support over my period of interacting with them from non-governmental organizations, such as the Women in Management Business and Development Trust, which I formed about 30 years ago. And we have been working and helping women to try and upscale and to try and get their businesses bigger. Women of Africa Arise also is come up with so many ideas of getting women into groupings in the various countries of Africa, and in particular our region, which I lead, to come up with the various projects for rural economies, for ocean economies, for the various bigger tourism sector, and energy, where there is so much sun in Africa, women can upscale and go into these big projects. So NGOs have also been playing an important role in recognizing the struggles of this group of women and try and assist them. I realize that our time is run out, so I will try and go into the way forward part of my discussion. I am saying that we need to upscale women businesses to large manufacturing and export businesses. The hope for NGOs that are working in the region that I have mentioned is that we assist and help the small businesses that women are making, can make products for skin products from amarula. They can make products for snacks from these same things. Women can make bags that can be for export using reusable plastics. Women are able to do agro processing, and some of them are now taking their produce to in regional fairs. Like one of the women from Zimbabwe went to Botswana and won a prize. So this is the encouragement that we are giving, and this is the hope for the way forward. The second one is North-South cooperation. We are discussing here in a workshop, in a conference being held in Madrid. There are sisters out there, there are sisters out in the United States, there are sisters all over the world that are hearing what we are discussing here. And we are reaching out to network, especially on the venture funding, especially on exporting. I've worked as a venture capitalist and assisted quite a few women to start their own businesses, and these businesses are still going on even up to this day. So there's an opportunity there for us to network. And finally, export drive from our SADC region here into the various places where now we have linked up on this platform. We can share the products that women are having, we can share their companies, we can share how and we can find markets through these linkages. So that is my hope. And I hope with the short time I've had here, I've been able to just share a little bit of what we are going through. So yes, entrepreneurship, it can be on a continuum from those very small micro, going all the way middle sized, and then big businesses. And how can we upscale is my case that I'm putting forward this evening. I thank you for listening, and I thank you for the so much sharing that has gone on today. I have listened from morning, and I have not, missed much. And I want to thank you very, very much, Mr. Kitty.